Good evening, and thank you again for your patience. Distinguished CEOs, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for joining us today as we honor the best CEOs in the country. I also hope that you could attend the morning sessions of Business Today MindRush on the theme of rebrain or rot. The BT MindRush is a unique conclave that is designed to bring together the best corporate minds in India with global thought leaders. It is to help you to navigate the challenges of today, as well as to arm you with the tools to thrive in tomorrow's business environment. This year's theme of BT MindRush is relevant to every leader and every organization, because we are living in an era of great disruption. We're not only in the middle of the fourth industrial revolution with new developments and technology changing everything in our lives, but we're also living in an era of unprecedented global and domestic disruption. To start with, we are seeing how technology disruptions are changing businesses and everyday life. In the world of finance, professional investment managers and bankers are still wondering how to deal with the challenge posed by the rise of Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies. Frankly, I'm a bit cynical about it, but if that's the future, I have to get a better understanding of it. Bankers and financiers are also learning how to live and utilize blockchain, artificial intelligence, and other digital technologies. Blockchain is also being used to cut out inefficiencies in everything from material management, logistics, and insurance. Artificial intelligence is already being used to diagnose diseases with accuracy in healthcare, target customers better in marketing, and predict who is likely to default in lending operations. Robotics and 3D printing is changing manufacturing across the world. Social media, smartphones are already part of our lives, among other things. It has revolutionized my own industry, media, by changing the way we consume and transmit news. Other smart devices are now ubiquitous in factories and homes, and even in your wrists if you're conscious of your health. E-commerce has already changed the way we have been shopping for years. There'll be more to come. Self-driving cars, electric cars will be, and other clean vehicles will probably be mainstream in 5 years. Research in genetics, in the energy sector, in artificial intelligence will change all industries in the next few years. Meanwhile, even as digital technology is making geographical barriers and borders redundant, there is a growing protectionism and anti-globalization movement sweeping in advanced countries. Who would have thought that the US would now rant against globalization while China is championing its cause? If these global disruptions are not enough, we have enough happening at home itself. The government has just implemented the most radical tax change since independence with rolling out of GST last year. This is changing both how businesses were dealing with operations as well as how states give incentives. But GST is only one. The government is doing many more policy changes. And if we in the world of business will have to learn very different set of rules as the government goes into more reforms and hopefully more digital in its governance. That's why the theme of MindRush today is so relevant. In today's world of constant disruption, there is no CEO or business leader I know who is not learning continuously and who is not thinking constantly about the future. In today's world, it is all about surviving by rebraining yourself. Let me speak very briefly about the CEOs we have gathered to honor. I must emphasize those being awarded have gone through a very thorough process of selection, which is both quantitative and qualitative. After the filtering process, the jury decides on the top CEOs in each sector and overall. This is regarded as the most objective CEO ratings in the country. I believe CEOs are the key for any company. They can make or break an organization. Most importantly, they represent the culture of the company. Besides the operational aspects, they determine the strategy and foresee the challenges which companies will have to face. These men, I can assure you, are a rare breed. I must say, I'm a bit disappointed there are no women. Hopefully there will be some next year. This is the first time we're also giving 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards. The special issue of Business Today will give you the details of their inspiring stories, but let me focus on 4 things that are common among all of them. The first is that all of them are continuously thinking of the future and challenging the status quo. The second, all of them thrive on taking risks and pushing the boundaries of their businesses and organizations and markets. Third is that each one is continuously learning all the time. And fourth is about how they all lead from the front. My congratulations in advance to all the awardees who you will be seeing soon. Now let me introduce to you our very special chief guest. Today, Mr. Jayant Sinha, Minister of State for Civil Aviation, an illustrious son of an illustrious father. Jayant is not unknown to any of you here. He's been a consultant, an investment manager, and handled a hedge fund. He's made the transition from politics, from business to politics effortlessly. He has had hands-on experience of the Finance Ministry and is now engaged in handling not only the legacy problems of the Civil Aviation Ministry, but the rapid growth of this sector. It is suffice for me to say, whether Prime Minister agrees with me or not, he needs more Jayant Sinhas in his government. It could make a colossal difference.